Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber on the rise, reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Bros 1975.
So, in continuing my look at some of Ocean's best games, and in this case, best remembered and loved games, we are taking a look at the New Zealand story, released by Ocean in 1989, also released on the Commodore. The last time I played this was a Commodore versus Spectrum comparison video. Are you noticing a theme with the last time I played this? When I say that in this series of playing Ocean games again. But yeah, it was also released on the Amstrad, the Amiga and the Atari ST, and by other people, Ocean also released it on the NES. That's a pretty good version, but by other people it was released on the Master System, which is a great version, the Mega Drive, which is, it's alright, PC Engine, which is my favourite home port ever. It's also released on the Sharp X68000, of which I have a gameplay, and it's an extremely loved and popular game. So yeah, released in the arcades by Taito in 1988, and you play Tiki, the Kiwi, who has to rescue all the other Kiwis who were captured by the Walrus King. I think it's the Walrus King, isn't it? If you look at the arcade intro, you know what I mean. One of them's smoking a cigar in the arcade intro as well. Yeah, they're all hanging out around outside the New Zealand, not the New Zealand, I don't know. It's not, obviously it's in a specific place in New Zealand. It's not like there's a New Zealand zoo, but anyway, you know what I mean. They're hanging around outside a zoo, and basically they all get kidnapped, but Tiki escapes from the walrus's sack. That sounded a bit weird, and has to rescue each and every one of them to a strict time limit. There are a number of weapons you can get on each level, such as bombs, laser guns. You start off with a bow and arrow, and there are crafts that you can commandeer, Grand Theft Auto styley, to navigate. Well, in some cases you need a craft, or you can go no further in the level. And in the level, in the arcade, there were warp zones. There were warp zones on some of the home ports as well. I don't think there was in this. It's been a while since I played it, which would let you skip chunks of the level. I played it in that arcade. I always go on about Westward Ho back in the day in 1988, and I absolutely loved it. We have to use space for fire. I will show you why in a moment. So I'm going for the keys that everyone else thinks are keys of gods, but I don't, because M should always be fire. But yeah, I would save all my 10p specifically for this game because I loved it. And I do remember Q up, A down, P right, O left, it being rather popular. And also I remember this, that once playing it in the arcades, I could get halfway through level 2 or round 2, the levels in round 2. I died, but I went up to heaven and had a halo. I've not found a video on YouTube about this, I'm sure they're out there, and carried on, but I was in heaven, so I was dead, but things could still kill you in heaven. And anyone knows what the deal was with that, then let me know. M music off, M music on. We'll go with it on first. Because I want you to hear it, because it's a decent rendition of the arcade. It's just on the world's sharpest loop, but then you could argue so is the arcade. So yeah, what's the deal with heaven in the New Zealand story? Now, it was made, right, so fire play, because the bloke who made it had just come back from New Zealand, and he wanted, that's true, and I was going to say, and he wanted to, you know, portray a very accurate depiction of what New Zealand was really like to those who've never been there in an arcade game. So obviously you got bitch ass trainers, man. Obviously you don't actually look like Kiwis. Now it's missing all the background graphics, but in the arcades, oh, that's a brutal time, and then the little cat devil will come and kill me. In the arcades there are background graphics. Oh yeah, they fire as well. So you can, and it's like graffiti and stuff. It's not parallax, but it's fantastic. And there's the bomb. I don't like the bomb, but you could argue it's alright. Right, rescue her, him. They all look like birds. I mean females, birds, you know what I mean. Round 1, level 2. So, but what the point about there being graffiti in the background was, you would actually see graffiti that depicted what a kiwi actually looks like, which is a flightless bird. Or a fruit you have to shave. Don't trust fruits that you have to shave. Right, in the arcades there would be a warp zone there. It wouldn't skip the level, but it would. We're going to turn that music off. Can't turn it off in game, that's a bit loud. Anyway, lives, scrolling's not the best, but you've got to remember, the actual sprites and characters are brilliant representations of the arcade. Here you go. These are like warp zones that open up, and the bad guys come out of them, because we need one of their crafts. Oh shit, but they fire all the time. That's my default. If you need a crab, that little balloon there that's like pussy ass weak will always appear, so you've got a default one. What? Right, run. They multiply like gremlins in the arcades. Don't know if they do here. All the bad guys as well. Scrolling is a bit of decent representations, very decent representations of the arcade. So I loved this back in the day because this was the first home port I got to play. Because Master System and Mega Drive versions were a bit late, weren't they? Well, compared to this was 1989. Mega Drive version is actually based on the prototype, isn't it? I believe, of the arcade. The Master System version is great, but it plays a bit too fast. The NES version is fantastic, but I never liked the colour palette on the NES. There's a cheat. Look at the death I'm spitting, mine. There's a cheat you can do here. You will need to kill them. Right, well you go down there. Oh, hang on, you got to shoot your craft. And it means you can circumvent going around. If you can get in there. Fuck it! I'm gonna die now. I've got to press up. Hang on, I got it. There you go. I've tried that in various other versions and I can't get it to work. The Commodore version, well, that's rubbish compared to this. It's got colour, just all the sprites look like something that has got absolutely nothing to do with the game. Right, go above. If you go into the water, that's your health. Oh. Yep, those bats are bastards. Yeah, if you go into the water, you've got health and, sorry, oxygen, and that's that gauge to the bottom right. Now, also, you can get vehicles that can take a certain, number of shots. Like that, the balloon. Oh, those will kill you. They're shurikens. They're not shurikens. That music is getting on my tits. It's so shrill. I apologise. I will be turning that off unless I get decently far. In which case, well, I've only got 2 lives. It's tough shit. Oh, he's not coming down. Right, so this is the first boss. He's a whale who's been frozen. Preserved, if you will. And again, looks fantastic. You want to wait here. If you get the laser gun, he's a piece of piss. Wait here. It's snowflakes. Haha! It's snowflakes. See what I did there? They're not falling down. Okay, they are now. Yeah, you can't kill him from the outside. I'm sure he eats you. Okay, I'm pretty sure he eats you. I'm sure, well, I don't know. I haven't played this in years. Round 2, level 1. Yeah, you got that music, sorry. You gotta be careful because they will fire. The fruit just gives you points. Watch out for the little wooden soldier guys, they're fuckers. Oh yeah, just do that. Oh, what are you? You can kind of through some of them. Or those diagonal steps you can walk through. I don't remember the scrolling being this bad. Oh, that could be a mistake. Oh no, it's alright. Oh, harsh on eyes. Yeah, I remember. I mean, obviously the way we remember stuff. Yeah, you got to be careful with your jump. The way we remember stuff, we fill in gaps and 3D effects stuff, don't we? So I just remember it being a monochromic version of the arcade that looked fantastic, really close to the arcade, with super smooth scrolling. Obviously, over the years, my brain has embellished that a little bit. Also, yeah, I can see why they gave you the ability to turn the music off. But to be fair, I mean, while we like the music in the arcade, that's also on the world's smallest loop. I'm panicking because of the time, and I feel that I'm dawdling and taking too long. Ooh! gonna put me all the way back, aren't you? I guess that's alright, because then we can turn this on. Apologise for the background noise. 6 o'clock in the morning, and I live on the west, the busiest road in the west, I should say. Anyway, space. Oh no, no! Look at that. Is that because it's right? We're going. I've wasted my invulnerability. There we go. Is that because it's a multi-loader? I mean, this is clearly the 128K version, but those. No, 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 no. It's those guys on the left you want to worry about. They're the absolute bastards of this game. What happens if I go up here? This is not an emulation thing. I'm pretty sure this is. See, you can control how you jump, but well, you got a really wimpy low jump and a high jump. But obviously, and there are well, not daggers, whatever those things, razors, needles. They're everywhere. Ah, bats, you can't drop your fucking bombs through solid rock, can you? Should have said that. It's going to glitch out now and they're going to do it. So yeah, do you know what? It's still good. It's still fun. If this was your only way to play New Zealand Story, at least it does bear a very strong resemblance to the arcade. Unfortunately, the scrolling is not so much as good. Right. Are you in here? No. I may have fucked this. Have I got to jump that? Surely not. Ooh! That's a bit tasty, isn't it? I'm not liking... Ooh! That's well tasty. Did you see that? That can't be right. I think I ballsed this up. I think I took that guy's wallet. Oh, no, hang on. See, I would remember... No, I'm going the right direction. I would remember it a lot better because I remember the routes to take from the graffiti you would have in the background in the arcades. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the right direction. Oh, I've just gone back on myself. No, 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 no. Oh, they're the ones that multiply. Kill them straight away. Kill them a lot. Have I just gone back on myself? No. Because that wasn't a confusing level, was it? That was well confusing. The scrolling might be doing a slight little number on my eyes. I apologise if it's doing the same for yours. Oh, I was pressing F far then. I am very much glad that... I... No, I don't want that. Oh, I thought it was a bomb. It's not. Turn the music off. I can't believe that you've got all of... Well, I can believe, because Ocean were the boss, which is why I'm doing this series of games. Fuck. That must really hurt. A crossbow bolt that size in your noggin. No! Yeah, every, you know, different bad guy from the arcade made it in it. Oh yeah, those, you can either sit on them, or pick it up, grab it from beneath, and fly like that. You're not supposed to be able to jump through platforms like me. I'll take... Oh yeah, but that's the problem with that, isn't it? Right, so we get off it, and then we... I'm a little bit of trouble with that. I go this way. It's getting really tight. That's water up there. Look at that. I feel like I'm defending Rohan. Oh, see, enemy, and then M&M, I don't know. Shit that lives under the water. I only found out the other day when I was watching a Rick Stein. I love Rick Stein on Dave. It's the only cooking show I watch. Yeah, you can eat them, apparently. Oh, that's spikes. So, yeah, we don't want to go up there, then. No! Oh! This gets quite frisky, doesn't it, in places? They'll fall down. No, they won't. But their projectiles will. So we want to go this way. No! Oh, frustrating. Oh, hang on. The controls are pretty tight though, I will say that. I'm just pretty shy. See what I did there? Oh, it's that fucking, you know, tiny little jump or full-on power jump. There's no sort of in between. Anyway, the New Zealand story on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. It's not as I remember, but it's a bloody good port if you think about how big the arcade game is and how accurate all the sprites are, and that every single enemy, and it would appear boss from the arcade, is in here. Takes a hit in the graphics department because obviously there's no background graphics, but you would expect that for the ZX Spectrum. And the music's very nice. It's accurate to the arcade. It's just on the smallest bloody loop ever, but it's the scrolling. Yeah, don't remember the scrolling being that pants, but I do know I was completely chuffed to bits to be able to play this back in the day on the Spectrum because I simply adored the arcade, and that's why this game is fantastic to me, you know, why I have so much nostalgia for it, because it meant I got to play it at home. It wasn't until many years later that I got to play far superior ports. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played this specific version or any of the micros, whether it was 16-bit or 8-bit, more so the computer ports than, you know, the arcade and the console ports. But either way, whatever you played, I'd like to know what you thought. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.